Dragon Ball Super has been pretty crazy so far. There have been so many awesome moments that narrowing them down to the top 10 is really difficult. In case it wasn't obvious, this video will contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen Dragon Ball Super yet and don't want it spoiled, stop watching now. And remember, if you want to be notified of any future videos, tap the bell next to the subscribe button. Now, with no further ado, here are my top 10 coolest moments in Dragon Ball Super so far. Number 10. Goku's transformation to Super Saiyan God. When Goku first turned Super Saiyan God with the help of his friends, it was a really crazy moment. Not only were we seeing a new transformation, but it was a precursor to his fight with the God of Destruction, which, as we know, was pretty great. I was kinda disappointed with the way he looked. I was expecting an awesome change and he basically just got red hair, but what it represented was pretty darn cool. Number 9. I loved Goku's first fight with BEERUS on King Kai's planet, not because the fight itself was cool, which it was, but because it showed us just how much Goku would have to improve if he wanted to stand a chance against BEERUS. We already knew BEERUS was crazy strong, destroying half a planet with the tap of a finger, but seeing Goku powered up and being absolutely decimated was pretty awesome, since it hinted at what was in store. Number 8. Trunks' new form. After hearing Zamasu's description of the horrors he had unleashed in his timeline, Trunks exploded with rage, awakening a new form. This form was similar to his Super Saiyan 2 form, but surrounded by blue ki. While there were a lot of cool transformations in this series, this one was probably my favorite because Trunks is my absolute favorite character other than Mr. Satan, and it was sick to see him power up like that. Number 7. Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue. In his fight with FRIEZA, it becomes apparent that Goku will need to power up. In a surprising turn of events, he transforms into a new form, Super Saiyan Blue, and it looks sick. This is, in my opinion, the coolest Goku ever looks, and it was a relief to see that his hair stayed more or less the same size. As cool as those huge manes look, it was getting kinda ridiculous. Number 6. Golden Frieza. In response to Goku's Super Saiyan Blue, Frieza shows off his own new transformation, where he turns gold. Yeah, it's not exactly the most substantial change ever, but he does look pretty sweet. He admits that the gold is a bit gauche, mocking Goku's habit of naming his forms by offhandedly calling himself Golden Frieza. Luckily, Goku's able to defeat him since he still isn't used to his new gold form. Number 5. One of the coolest moments in the whole series was Goku's combination of Super Saiyan Blue and Kaioken. This was an intense battle, with Goku starting the fight rather poorly, getting smacked around like a tetherball. But in a moment of ingenuity, Super Saiyan Blue Goku integrated the Kaioken technique in a risky move while fighting hit. While it ultimately didn't win him the fight and took a huge toll on his body, it was amazing to watch. It was particularly enjoyable because it really felt like classic Dragon Ball Z, and while I'm loving Super, it's nice to get that DBZ feel at times. Number 4. Next up is the fight between Vegito, the Potara fusion of Goku and Vegeta, and Fusion Zamasu. Fusion Zamasu, the combination of Goku Black and Future Zamasu, rivaled even the power of BEERUS. He was an incredible adversary, requiring Vegito's best efforts to keep at bay. The fight was long and intense, as a fusion versus fusion battle should be, and the animation was spectacular. It's too bad that Vegito's fusion broke just as he was getting an advantage. It would have been so satisfying to see Vegito destroy Zamasu. But it did allow for some cool Trunks action, so I'm not too disappointed. Number 3. Trunks' Spirit Bomb Sword. After Vegito's fusion breaks and Goku and Vegeta were down, it was up to Trunks to take on Fused Zamasu. Using his awesome new form, Trunks managed to absorb energy from around him, channeling it into his sword. His blade now filled to the brim with ki, Trunks sliced through Fusion Zamasu like butter, and he was defeated. Or was he? Dun dun dun! He wasn't. Number 2. The reveal of Super Shenron. When the Super Dragon Balls were used to summon Super Shenron, I was kind of in awe. He was huge, and gold, and awesome, and huge. I've been looking forward to this reveal, and I was not disappointed. Super Shenron is probably the most visually impressive character to date, both in size and straight up coolness. Number 1. The coolest moment, in my opinion, happened quite early in the series. When Goku battles BEERUS for the first time as Super Saiyan God, they eventually find themselves in space, with Goku having reverted back to a regular Super Saiyan. BEERUS sends a giant ball of energy to destroy the Earth, but in a last effort, Goku changes back to Super Saiyan God and stops the blast. This last show of power eventually leads BEERUS to decide not to destroy Earth, hopeful that Goku could someday be a worthy adversary. It really struck me as both an impressive character moment and a visually appealing one. The view of Earth from space with the giant destructive power going towards the planet really made me realize how fragile we can be. And it leads to a pretty great interaction between BEERUS and the gang, with BEERUS even apologizing to Bulma for ruining her party. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe down below, and hit that bell if you want to be notified when we put up a new video. Did I miss your favorite moment? Who do you think will win the Tournament of Power? Let me know in the comments, or hit me up on social media, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all linked right down there. In the meantime, I'm Ron Mackenzie Lafergie with Top 10 Nerd. Later, Gators.